Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you the pattern drafting of this blazer jacket. So guys, if this is something you like to learn, let's get drafting. So yeah, I already have my basic body drafted on my pattern paper, so by now you should be familiar with this, but if not, you can refer to my videos on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. So you go ahead and measure your bust span, which is your nipple to nipple measurement, divided by 2. I had about 3.75 inches. Then I'm connecting it on a straight line like so. Then on the waistline, I'll go in by half an inch on both sides. Then I'll connect those points first of all to the down part, that is the length of your jacket like so. Then the other part, I'll go ahead and connect it to my bust line. So next, I'll go ahead and mark out my shoulder dart because I'll be using a shoulder dart for this jacket. So just measure what you have on your shoulder area and divide it on in two equal halves. Then you connect it to your bust point like so. So guys, next we'll go ahead and measure your bust measurements divided by 4. So I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance and half inch for ease allowance. So it's not really a fitted jacket. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark that on my armhole area like so. So on my waistline, I also add what I have on my bust line on my waistline because I don't want it to have that curve on the jacket. But if you want, just go ahead and measure your waist measurement divided by 4 and add your allowances. So on this point, I'm just marking my hip measurement divided by 4, then 1.5 inches, that is 1 inch for seam allowance and half inch for ease allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect those lines like so. Then on the armhole area, I'll divide that part by 2. Then I'll connect it to what I have here to get this armhole curve. So guys, this is basically what we need for the back bodies of the jacket, and we are cutting out the back bodies for a reason. I'll be showing you guys later on this video. So I'll just go ahead and make this cut. I also went ahead to draft out for my front bodies. I have my bust line, my waistline, and the full length of the jacket. I have my neckline and my armhole area, my shoulder slope. And on this front part of this side, I have about 4 inches. Then on the upper part, we need about 5 inches. So I just left that space, and I'll be showing you guys what is for later on. So next, we'll just go ahead and mark out your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Then you will connect it from your bust points up to the length of your jacket. Then on the waistline, like we did for the back bodies, you go in by half an inch on both sides and also make that curve to the bust point and also to the length of the jacket. So next, on this front part, we'll go out by 1 inch. So you go out by 1 inch, and this will serve as the button allowance. So I'm just going to mark 1 inch all around this front bodice area. Then I'll connect it with a straight rule. So the next thing we want to do is determine where you want your flap to break out. Like that is where you want the flap to actually stop on the jacket. So I want mine to stop directly on my waistline. You can choose to go 1 inch above your waistline or on your under bust. So wherever you choose, just go ahead and draw a slant line from your neck width to actually where you want it to stop. So next, you bring back your back bodies and measure what you have all around the neckline like so. So that is why we create a back bodice first. So wherever you have there, just go ahead and make a slant with your tape rule like so on the top part and mark it. I had about 3.5 inches, so I just went above with a slant, not a straight, guys. Make it slant. Then next, you go in by half an inch from that slant you made and just connect it like so. So next, you connect it to your neck width area like so. So it sits perfectly on your neckline. So next, I'll go ahead and mark out how wide I want my flap to be. I measured about 3.5 inches. So this is how wide I want it to be. You can make yours 3 or 4 depending on what you want. But I think 3.5 each was just perfect. So next, I'll go ahead and make a curve. So this is totally up to you guys. Just go ahead and make whatever curve you want. I actually started using my pencil first to like get the shape I want. Then I'll use my marker to make it bold for us to see. So just go ahead and play with these guys, just go ahead and design it the way you want. And I think this was perfect for me, so I'm just going ahead to mark out the lines we won't be using anymore. So guys, this is basically it for the front bodies. So next we'll go ahead and put a shoulder dart on the front bodies also. So this is totally optional. You can use like a princess dart for the front or whatever you choose, but I wanted to use a shoulder dart for this. So I'll go ahead and divide my shoulder into two, then connect it to my bust line. Then on my armhole area, I'm just dividing my armhole by 2. Then I'll go in by 1/2 inch. So this will be the armhole for the front. But first, we'll go ahead and divide your bust measurement divided by 2 and add your 1.5 inch. That is 1 inch for seam allowance and 1/2 inch for ease allowance. I'll also put what I have on my bust line on my waistline also. Then on the lower part, I'm using my hip measurement divided by 4. Then seam allowance. So I'm just connecting those lines I have there. So I'll also go ahead and connect my armhole also like so. So guys, this is basically it for the front bodies. I'll go ahead and cut this out. So just watch as I cut this out and it will be clearer to you guys. So guys, this is basically what we have on the front bodies and on the back bodies. So next we just go ahead and slash open our that area. So if you want a curve, like you want this curvy shape on the front part, you can just go up by 2 inches and just connect on the sides. But for me, I prefer it to just be like this, so I just want something like this. So I'll just go ahead and slash open my dart area and take out my dart on the waistline like so. So I'll do same for the back bodies. Just open up your dart and take out the dart you have on the waistline area. So guys, this is basically it for the front and the back bodies. So go ahead and cut for the sleeve. So here I have my basic sleeve. I have a video on how to draft a basic sleeve. So this is just like the longer version of it. So you can go ahead and check out how to draft a basic sleeve. So I'm just going ahead to like get the midpoint of this sleeve. I'm just making the midline very visible. So next, when you've gotten that, you just go ahead and fold it in like so on the both parts to meet the center line of the sleeve. So you just fold one part, then fold the other part, concentrate on the upper part, then the lower parts will follow suit. So guys, the sleeve of a jacket, of a blazer jacket, is quite different from your basic sleeve. So that is what I'll be showing you guys, how to draft a jacket sleeve, because they are quite different. So I'm just using my tip to hold down this part so it doesn't move. So I'll be using this to draft out the jacket sleeve. So I'm just placing this on a fresh pattern paper. So I'll go ahead and just trace out what I have on this sleeve right on this fresh pattern paper. So just trace out how I'm doing like so. So just go ahead and trace out everything you have on this sleeve. So next guys, I'll go ahead and mark out my elbow line. So measure what you have from your shoulder to your elbow. I had about 13 inches. So I'm just going to mark that out and rule a straight line. So next, after doing that, on this down part, I'll be marking 1 inch and it will be going towards one side. So I'm just marking 1 inch from this center line like so towards the front part. So I'm just going to label here front and here back. So we know our sleeve is not really straight. We don't really have a straight hand, so it is leaning towards the front part. So I'm just marking 1 inch like so towards the front area. Next, I'll go ahead and draw a slant line, just about an angle 90 degrees line. So it's just like a little bit slanted like so. So next, on this slanted line we just drew, I'll be marking what I have around my wrist. So this is a blazer. It is not really a fitted sleeve, so I want mine to be about 8.5 inches. And on that new line we have there, I'll divide my 8.5 inches by 2. That says it will give me 4.5. Then I'll divide it by 2 again to get 2 equal halves on both lines. So I have about 2.1 inch here and 2.1 inch on the other part. So we'll be connecting it to our elbow line on this point. So I'm just going to make a slanted line like so to meet our 2.1 1 inch here and also on this part. So basically it's just like us moving the sleeve to a slanted line because our sleeve is not normally straight. So this is basically what we have for the new sleeve length. So for a blazer jacket, we do have an under sleeve and an outer sleeve. So the under sleeve is smaller than the outer sleeve. So I'll go ahead and take out half an inch inwards. So I'm just going to mark out half an inch inwards on this part. Then I'll connect that point like so. So just connect this point. It's just like us making the under sleeve smaller. So I'm just going to also mark half an inch on this front area. So the outer sleeve is supposed to be bigger than the inner sleeve. So I'm just taking out half an inch from the inner sleeve to like make it smaller as it should be. So I'm just marking out this like so. So guys, after doing this, we are supposed to like take it out on a fresh pattern paper so we don't mistake the outer for the inner sleeve. But because I don't really have a fresh pattern paper as at the time of making this video, I'm just making do of what I have. So that half inch we took out, will be replacing it back on the outer sleeve. So this part basically I'm marking will serve as the outer sleeve. So I'm just replacing the half inch we took out for the under sleeve, so I'm replacing it for the outer sleeve. So I hope you guys understand. If you don't understand, you can just go ahead and watch this video again, and I promise you to be clearer. So I'm just going to mark it on this part also. So just mark half an inch on every point like this. Then you connect with your straight row. So you go ahead and connect this, and this point will be the upper sleeve of the blazer jacket. So that is why a blazer jacket sleeve is quite different from the normal sleeve we use for any other clothing. So guys, I'm just going to mark this place as the under sleeve. I'm just going to label it under sleeve, and this part out will be the outer sleeve. So I hope you guys understand this explanation of mine. So basically this is the sleeve for the blazer jacket, and this is how it's going to be. So this front part will be the plate going to the front part of the bodice, and the back part will be the plate going to the back part of the bodice. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after cutting, this is what we have for the blazer jacket sleeve. So when we finish cutting for the outer sleeve, I'll just go ahead and fold it in like so to cut out for the inner sleeve. So guys, I'll be uploading the full video of the cutting of this blazer jacket. You don't want to miss it. You can just turn on your notification bell, so when we post it, you will be notified and you gain access to it. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button. It is totally free. If there's any question, you can drop it in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. So till next time, we'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.